Because I have some news for you, sir, regarding some shocks that Bethesda has for you.
What's that?
When do you think Fallout 76 is coming out?
It's going to be already out.
It's out today.
Oh, today! Like that.
Close. Literally close. July 31st is the rumored release date.
I don't know why they won't just do it like July 4th.
Because no.
That's probably too
live. So
I don't know.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show.
Hello and welcome to the Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle launch week.
Yeah, you can get Blake and Ruby and other Blaze Blue characters that you can.
Oh, Chris, are you saying you're not well versed in the world of Ragna and Jin and Noel and Hazama and Jubei and Hakumen and Makoto
I know
13 and Platinum the Trilogy and
quick.
I know this is your baby, but this is some bullshit.
Chris, what about the Persona 4 Arena characters like Kanji and Yu and Yosuke and Yukiko and Chie and Naoto? Oh, but what about the Undernight in Birth characters like Hyde and Linne and Orie and Batista?
I know Batista.
And Waldstein and Gordo. Did you know Gordo is being voiced by the guy that does Whis in Dragon Ball Super, and it's really weird to hear him as a bad guy, being all gruff and evil sounding?
All right.
I can honestly say I didn't know that.
Well, you're welcome, because you do now.
Oh,
So,
don't worry.
I didn't Cross Tag Battle out now on PlayStation 4, Switch, and Steam.
You're fired.
Oh man. All right. You know what? That's cool. Hey guys. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Something that's not Blaze Blue bullcrap?
Whoa, yeah, Chris.
Blaze Blue crap?
So we're talking about E3 today.
We are. Today's the E3 episode.
This is the E3 episode. This is the big deal about the boring E3 show that's not going to have Elder Scrolls 6 and nothing else really. What is going to be at this E3 really? Like honestly, what is
buddy,
so exciting about this
man? First of all, let's start off with the hot, fresh news that just got dropped on us 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes?
What? Kotaku's Jason Schreier broke the news. The guy that leaked Fallout 4 months ahead of time has come out with the news that Microsoft is indeed delaying Crackdown 3 another year, and it is now a 2019 title. You know, the game they announced in 2013?
Oh, man.
But sure, let's make fun of Sony for how long Last Guardian lasted.
Wait. Are they changing the title to What the Fuck is Crackdown?
Yeah, they should.
That's what everyone's going to call it.
WDF Crackdown.
No, so a lot of news dropped this week because, of course, it did, because it's the week before E3. So before we get into our predictions, I'm going to drop what we know.
Okay.
That way, it might better inform your predictions, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see what else we got. That's all I got. Oh yeah, the Fallout 76 thing being July 31st.
Okay.
So Sony, instead of doing a pre-E3 show like usual, is doing a special reveal every day leading up to their conference. And today they made a big announcement. Maybe not big in terms of like AAA games, but big in terms of it being a game that's going to sell a lot. Hey, Chris, what is one of the most famous games of all time?
Tetris.
It is Tetris. And if you could pick another Tetris-esque game to merge with Tetris, what would you pick?
For me, I would pick Lumines.
Oh, my goodness. So if I were to tell you that the creator of Lumines is making a Tetris game with it has a VR mode, but it's not a VR game. It's called Tetris Effect. And it is Tetris had a baby with Lumines, and it looks delightful. Did you see that trailer?
I did not.
Oh,
this is the first I've heard of it.
You need to look at that trailer, because if you thought that song Shining from the first Lumines was addictive, the trailer is going to beat that song out of you and give you a fresh one to put in its place.
I don't know that I need this kind of aggravation in my life of a new, better Tetris.
Yeah. Oh, it's Tetris Evolved. It's awesome because the whole game is based around the actual Harvard study about the Tetris effect.
Oh no.
Why? Josh and Doug are looking at each other like they're just ready to pounce.
Pass.
Did you not like Luminous?
Yeah.
Oh, Josh. I'm sorry. You're banned. Actually, before we keep going, let's throw the bone to Doug, who apparently is the proud owner of a PlayStation 4 now.
Yes.
What have you been playing?
As Matt just disappears.
Right. No, but Doug, forget Matt. Tell me what you're playing.
I'm playing Detroit Become Human, and I played the fuck out of it.
Oh, dude. Okay, so without spoiling. No, I was getting up, and I don't have pants on. Deal with it.
Of course you don't have pants on.
I'm in my house. Why would I have pants?
Donald Ducks the whole day.
Oh, God, yeah. 100%.
I know.
No, so I have a strong feeling that Doug is farther than us because I only play Detroit when I'm with Saki. We decide together on the fly and we make like really clutch decisions, and it's a lot of fun. We just met Jericho.
Okay.
So that's where we are. That's our baseline. So don't go past that in your discussion.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's how do I do that? Okay. It's really good. I'm also like my friend Jake is also playing it, and he's already beaten it and is going through his third playthrough to get a different result. He's actually keeping track of the map so he can make different decisions.
Nice.
The map is the single best thing they could have added to this game.
Yeah, like a built-in flowchart showing you exactly where to make different decisions.
It really feels like they've been paying attention to game, like to everything everybody's been saying, but also like when Life is Strange had been out for a while and everybody played it a couple of times, somebody found like in the code or somewhere in the thing a map of all of the choices, and they laid them out. And they posted it on IO9 in the comment section. If you opened the JPEG, it took 5 minutes. And then you saw this whole tree that was laid out. And you could go through it and make all the decisions if you wanted. I didn't actually read all of it because I didn't want to cheat like that. But I thought it was cool. And I like that Detroit's giving you that because it's really the only way to 100% a game like and to see all of the story options. And as well written as it is,
which is the biggest change because David Cage is not the writer this time. He is a writer, but he is not the writer.
Yeah, I want to say he feels like he's exec producing this television program, and he's got a writer's room that's actually writing it. Yeah, because it's excellently written, and the performances are great too.
Man, can you point out just fucking Lex Luthor himself, Clancy Brown?
Yes,
plays the best angry detective.
He is the best, like actor in the. I wasn't expecting it, but like I am enjoying his performance more than anybody else's in the entire game.
Who's Marcus? Jesse something?
Jesse
right?
Williams.
Yeah.
Who's great. And the chick who plays the Ticks, Arthur's sister on the new Amazon Tick show is Kara.
Yeah.
Who actually started this whole thing because she had made a short film for her.
It's all based on that short film that they used to. It was a tech demo for the PS4 back in 2013. Yeah.
But everybody loved it so much that they kept.
Now, let me ask you, Doug.
Huh?
Let me ask you, just because I love how wildly divergent the storylines have been for people.
Yeah.
At the very beginning with Marcus, what happened to Carl for you?
Carl.
The old man, his owner. Marcus's.
His son killed him. Well, his son came in and he had a heart attack.
Oh, see, he's still alive for me.
Wait. Carl is alive?
Yeah. Did you attack or like kind of hold off on attacking his son?
No, I held off.
Oh, if you attack his son, he survives because he doesn't have the heart attack. He's too busy like trying to stop you that the whole thing with his son doesn't affect him.
Yeah, I restrained myself. He dies of a heart attack. The cops come in, and Carl, the son goes, the robot did it, and they just shoot you without asking any more questions.
That sounds about right.
That has been the thing I have seen in the 2 streams I've seen.
Yeah.
I will say that this game has kind of blown me away on every level. I've been watching a lot of gameplay of it, and it feels like a really good game, not like, you know, what we kind of expected it to be.
Yeah, and what I really like is they have 2 difficulty settings.
Yeah.
So the casual experience means so that Saki can like do it, and the quick time events don't overwhelm her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Like there's that chase scene where you're chasing down the perp from the pigeon house.
Yeah.
That was an awesome chase scene, and I did it differently on hard versus casual, and man, world of difference.
So another thing I want to go over is, you know, just like every other Quantum Dream game, you can lose a character and the show,
Yes.
the game keeps going. But you cannot lose Connor, who, no matter what, they make a new one and they send him out.
Really?
And he gets his memories. There's actually an achievement for killing Connor in every mission.
See, that's what I was going to say. There is an achievement for having him die at every turn, and I thought it just meant like restarting at a different. Because once you beat the game,
To a point where you're just like,
There is a point in the
done.
game at which I think you will then, henceforth, you know, you can die for real. But all the way, like I would say 85 to 90% of the game, if like I went into a Thresher at one point, like, it was pretty fucking gnarly, and I was like, ah, shit, I lost Connor. Well, and it kept going, and then like I went through the other 2 characters' stuff, and then he opens his eyes at the beginning of the next one. I was like, oh, huh? And then you go talk to the company person, and then you go back out, and they're like, you know, they ask you some questions. You got a debriefing about why you fucked up, you know.
that's awesome.
But yeah, like that, I also, like, I never caught that person. You know, it was a chase, and I got killed. And so I don't even know what that ends with if you actually catch that guy.
Oh, so you have to. I caught up to him, but I had missed one input, so I didn't catch up fast enough.
Oh,
so, yeah. Clancy Brown's character, Hank, rolls up and tries to stop him and gets thrown over the edge. And so you have to decide, do you pick up Hank and save him or catch the perp? And I saved Hank, and his friendship with me shot up like a chunk. I went from warm to friendly immediately. And that's another thing. I really love how your decisions affect how the things interact with you and the public at large.
Like your B characters are very expendable depending on your decisions. I haven't actually lost anybody from the cast yet, but I know like that was very wildly different from Jake's playthrough. Like there's a couple of characters that I still have that he's like, how did you, you know, just like what you said, Carl. Like I was like, I didn't even think it was an option. It just so feels. That's the other thing they're accomplishing. Is at no point do I feel like I'm on anything but the primary track.
Right.
Even though I clearly cannot be. You know, they wrote it well enough that you don't feel like you're getting the, you know, like when you're playing like Mass Effect or something, that there will be like a plot line where you make one decision and it feels like the decision they wanted you to make.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a decision that feels like, okay, you're going to do that, but, you know, there's a thing we wanted to write. This doesn't feel like that. It feels like they took full advantage of writing every version of every option. And they really went into it like on purpose instead of like feeling like there's a story they want to tell and you're deviating, you know? So that's my favorite thing about it right now. And yeah, I have it on casual right now because I don't know the controller that well. And this is like reteaching me. And then I'll probably bump it up for a playthrough or replay. I mean. That's Journey because I wanted to play that, and I haven't gotten.
It's crazy because man, I want to even just look into how ridiculous it would be to platinum that game, because I'm sure it requires a lot of playthroughs. But anyway,
yeah,
I just wanted to celebrate the fact that you have joined us in the console thing, because I'm sure you'll be able to borrow games from Josh, and you'll be able to play more.
The thing is now I can borrow games from people. I'll probably play Uncharted because that's one of my favorites.
Get that Uncharted trilogy, baby.
I never played I played 1 and 2, but I never played the new one.
Okay.
Uncharted, I don't remember what they called it for.
Do you like fighting games?
I mean, I play when I go to people's houses. I'm not really interested in them at home anymore. You know, like if people are gathering, it's a good time. But
Yeah.
like, not really. And I'm just getting my ass kicked a lot. So.
Well, back to predictions.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, we got sidetracked a bit, but man, I'm so happy for you, and also Detroit's awesome. So
yeah, it's really good. I can't wait for you to get. I'm going to talk to you later about what happens to you later because I'm really interested. I'm pretty deep in it right now, and I was just telling Josh the gameplay gets very interesting. Actually.
Interesting. All right.
They take full advantage of what they're doing.
Oh, cool.
I really like how your investigations as Connor can go completely sideways if you didn't actually explore and gain clues enough.
Yeah.
Or like even at the beginning with Kara escaping with Alice, if you hadn't like found what happened to you before and opened up the window to find an escape route type of thing.
Yeah. Although I didn't use the window. I keep finding out like what other people are doing, and it's like, oh yeah, because it feels like I said, it felt so like what was supposed to happen that I don't think about the other options that I had.
When you were running away with Alice, where'd you stay the night?
In the abandoned house, which had a creepy android in there with a fucked up face.
See, I went to the laundromat and we found fresh clothes.
Yeah.
Stole fresh clothes.
Yeah, you stole them.
You didn't find them. You found them in a dryer after a dude.
I checked out everything and like. So I used her to steal cash out of the...
Yes, and I did that.
And then she got mad at me, and then I told her she was right, that we shouldn't steal. Then I went to the laundromat, and I was like, he's like, you're stealing those clothes? And I was like, shit. Let me find out if I can do something else. Because it was so inconsistent.
No, so I did the laundromat first, then I stole from the thing, and I got her a bear.
Yeah.
And I gave her the bear, and then she was really mad about the stealing and that we used her for it. And I did the same thing. I told her we were wrong. But because we had cash and I had the clothes as a disguise, the motel let me stay because he thought I was human. Yeah. And however, by doing that, you get tracked by Connor the next day.
Well, he notices, like, he puts it together downstairs too, like when you're in the other house. It's just a different experience, I think, leading up to him figuring out you must be there. Although there's probably a spot he doesn't figure it out.
I think it might be the alleyway he won't figure it out.
It's the car.
Yeah.
You can sleep in a car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't even see that as an option.
It's one of the options I saw. There's an abandoned car. It's to the far right because it's like hotel, house, extra. It's behind a fence.
Yeah, and it's the one that the option says like totally safe, extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you do that, Connor is a block away, and you have an easier chance of avoiding him.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So I think I've talked myself into buying this game.
Yeah, like just now.
Just now.
Yeah.
Just now.
But I think it just happened.
Yeah, Matt. This is the closest to Blade Runner I think a game has gotten.
Yes. I was gonna say that. I get that feel.
Yeah,
it's weird because
using the same technique. Because I think if you take this game and actually figure out how to give like each of those characters like a weird AI, like because that's the thing about Blade Runner was the all the other characters had a strange like randomness to their AI, and they would like just go random and do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't there. And like, I can't even imagine the rendering power though with this level of game. Though you couldn't do it, but they're accomplishing the feel, which has to be one of the inspirations for this game. Like,
it's just weird because it's so much went into making this feel like a tighter game than his previous efforts.
Yeah.
And I think another big part of it is the voice acting, because I don't know if you remember in Heavy Rain, them just picking French voice actors and telling them to use an American accent.
It's hilarious.
Nam and Jaden from the FBI.
Yes. Oh my god, it was amazing.
It's hilarious, especially those dumb urchin kids.
Yeah.
There are no like moments like that so far in this game where I'm taken out of it by terrible voice acting. Like there's no Jason moment. Jason.
Perfect. I mean, and Clancy Brown is the best.
Oh
like,
god, he's so good at everything he does.
I can't imagine and he seems so down to earth and like really grounded in the performance. And the thing is, I have to imagine Clancy Brown, this old hat actor, sitting there with dots on his face and completely ignoring it because he's doing such a good job.
I hope he got paid well.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, so let's move on. Matt, you want to talk about E3 stuff?
Yes. Or do you want to talk about comics before we delve into the big?
Let's briefly, because I don't have a ton of comics. So let's knock that out.
There's only two that worth talking about, really.
I think so. I have three, but two I think is a good amount.
Batman.
Oh, that wasn't even one of the ones I was counting. Yes, Batman. Batman was. We're getting the best man story where the Joker wants to be Batman's best man.
And so he kills an entire wedding church filled of wedding guests.
And I will say it goes as well as you'd expect.
It's solid. That's a solid idea for a story.
Yeah.
Tom King's writing of this Joker is demented.
Oh my God. The way he kept started telling the story about his mother, or maybe his mother, ?
Right?
It's beautiful.
Anyway, not much else to talk about. It's the start of the new arc. It's the big wedding arc, and it's going to be a huge deal.
Yeah, wedding is at issue 50, so we got 2 issues of this and then the actual wedding itself.
So what were the ones you wanted to talk about? Because I know one of them has to be Justice League.
It's absolutely Justice League.
Oh my God, so good.
So yeah, we talked about No Justice, how it kind of started off a little weak for me, and then it really kind of pulled everything together at the end. I think this is picking up the momentum and going forward. I like the setup of the new league and what it represents, the setup of the Legion of Doom, and how they got the big dumb swamp base.
Yeah.
And also the big threat coming from the Source Wall, tying in from Metal. So there's a lot of bits going on that I really, really like.
I was just gonna say the whole thing just came off as very Jeff Johns-esque.
Which is interesting because this is Scott Snyder, and his non-Batman stuff has been very missable for me.
You know what it was that really sold the Jeff Johns connection, right?
What?
Where Jeff Johns always in his debut of a new thing does that one panel where he flashes towards things that haven't happened yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jeff Johns used to do that in like Justice Society and Green
Lantern.
Yeah. No, Justice League is really great. It's off to a very strong start, and it's kind of the team that this book needs to bring it back to prominence.
Yes,
because Justice League has not been a prominent book in a long time.
It has not been, and this was just freaking really, and it even tied into all the stuff with Convergence and Trinity War and everything with Pandora and the Phantom Stranger and Gambit. And even Hera and Allfather, so the gods, all just watching.
Yeah.
And it went through time where we had Our Man and Justice League 3000.
I was so happy to see Our Man.
And we had Anti-Monitor, and I'm sure you were happy you saw Kamandi, Last Boy on Earth.
Love Kamandi.
What was your other book?
Actually, I had 2 because I forgot about Batman. I want to talk briefly about Man of Steel.
Okay, yeah, I flipped through it in store.
Man of Steel #2. This one is notable because it has art by Doc Shaner. Doc Shaner, who did all the art on Future Quest.
Who?
Motherfucker, I would stab you if you were closer. You've seen his art. He does a lot of Silver Age kind of inspired art, and this is still a very, very good Superman story. We don't have any information about Lois or Jonathan, but when he's doing Superman things like his fight with Toyman, it rings very true, and is also touching on the fact that the Daily Planet is going to go out of business because who needs reporters?
Well, I noticed that Lois Lane was still around.
No, she's not.
Yep, she was there.
No, she wasn't.
She was. I saw it.
You didn't see it.
I did. It was a thing.
You didn't. You didn't, though. She's not in the book. Just want to stab you so much.
Man, much stab.
What a dick. Oh. And finally, X-Men Red, the only X-Men book I'm still reading.
Same. This is the only one I'm reading too. It's the end of the first arc.
You know what it feels like to me? It feels like a little bit of when the X-Men had Utopia. And they were like, everyone come to Utopia. It's cool. Except now they're in Atlantis. And it's not cool.
But it has Gambit, so it's even better.
Yeah, well, the highlight of the book for me is Namor saying, hey, we're taking these mutants, and if you want to keep shipping on the Baltic Sea, you're going to let them go. Otherwise, I'm going to fuck up all your shit.
Yeah, what country was it? Poland?
Poland.
Yeah, Poland. See, so for those that don't know, Xavier's sister has mind-controlled the leaders of all these nations that mutants are evil. And so now all of these presidents and dictators are killing mutants en masse, and so they're all like exiting their nations. It's pretty fascinating stuff.
It's fun, and you know, for a book with Jean Grey, they're doing a great job of focusing on the supporting cast.
Yes. All right. Let's talk
let's
E3,
do it.
baby. So here's what we know. Are you ready, Josh?
E3.
Devil May Cry 5 is a thing.
Okay, why?
Okay, you gotta stop asking why. You gotta
Because
stop.
people love Devil May Cry.
Just
Splinter
Dark weird emo hair.
Which devil are we talking about?
the original Dante, not emo Dante.
no one cares.
It's like original Dante now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is back to,
Original flavor.
nice.
One sword.
Fortnite is coming to Switch,
That's going to be interesting.
and it might. All signs point to it being one of those, and it's available now scenarios. I mean, I know Josh doesn't care.
Reality, so look out for that riot.
Josh doesn't care, but you know who does? Epic, who makes like $80 billion a day on this game.
Yeah.
All right, next, Metal Gear Rising 2 by Platinum Games.
Sure.
It's a thing.
The
Actually, I'm surprised Josh isn't excited about that. That's 100% up his alley.
I'm not, though.
You don't like action games like Neo?
I like Neo because I like Japanese mythology, but
Have you ever played the first one?
yes, and I did not care for it.
Really? Okay, well then moving on.
Move
Fallout
on.
76, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Halo Infinity was trademarked. At first, I was speculating that this is a rebranding of the Master Chief Collection because if they're going to add other games like Reach, ODST, and Halo 5 to it, it's no longer the Master Chief Collection. It's just Halo. So, and getting away from the Master Chief Collection name is better for them because that has been an unmitigated disaster. They're committed to it. They've been updating it. They're switching the assets to like 4K to run on One X. It's about to be ported to the PC. So all signs pointed to Halo Infinity just being a rebranding of that. But now it finds out that it's going to be more like Halo ODST, and it will be a spin-off Halo game to kind of tide people over until Halo 6 hits next year.
I'm good with that.
So
I booted up the Master Chief Collection last night.
any better?
They've done a ton of improvements.
I mean, they should. It's been like 3 years, and that thing is a garbage heap for two of them.
And to be fair, it went from 0 to like 70. So that's like a huge improvement.
All right, Snake is coming to Smash. He's coming back.
All right.
So, Gears of War is getting a strategy tactical spin-off. Think XCOM.
Why?
Stop asking why.
It's like a response. That's just
First of all, no, Josh. Don't be that guy that shits on every announcement just because it's not something you care about. Like, don't be that guy.
I'm doing this just to be funny.
Well, then be funny, I guess. I don't know. What's stopping you?
It's funny.
Oh,
When he did at Dragon Con, when he saw a lineup, he'd be like, "What's that line for?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's like Stargate SG-1." He'd be like, "Why?" You were about to murder him, like 40 minutes into the fucking trip.
That's almost like when Scott would go up and ask people why they like Doctor Who. Like almost like he was pretending to interview them and then just make fun of Doctor Who in front of them until they realized what he was doing.
my favorite is the one where he asked, like, "So why do you like Doctor Who?" And they would explain, and he would walk away.
Yeah. Or he would just take his phone out and just be like this while they were explaining. He'd be like,
Oh, very interesting.
Sounds
Through
dumb.
time and space? Wow.
Anyway,
God, it's such an asshole move.
the Resident Evil 2 remake is a thing.
Yeah, I just heard about this.
And it's being done, and the rumors are that it's going to be done in a Resident Evil 4 over-the-shoulder, third-person camera style. Like, they're remaking Resident Evil 2 as Resident Evil 4. So Josh just came a little. So I guess I should ask, why?
Yes.
Why?
Let's interrogate everyone's life until no one wants to watch it.
I know. Right?
Crackdown 3 has been delayed. We talked about that. Splinter Cell is real. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, game that takes place in Greece directly after Origins, and apparently it's less like brand new game and more how Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was to 2.
Okay,
That's what Odyssey is going to
like
be.
Like a 2.5.
But you don't play as Bayek and Aya, so I don't know if I care.
They'll introduce some really.
I love Bayek.
What if you play as like a Spartan captain who's really strong and tough and killed his family and
I'm down.
Ashes?
And he kicks a Templar into a huge pit and says, "This is Assassin's Creed."
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Gears 5 is going to be the surprise announcement. They're going to actually, apparently they moved up its timetable considerably.
What's that?
Gears of War 5.
Okay.
And if you thought people threw a shit fit because Battlefield 5 featured a woman, Gears of War 5 is going to feature a brand new female character as the lead.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Marcia Phoenix.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait for the inevitable hashtag not my gears.
Yeah. Hashtag I want a big man to play as. Really?
I don't, I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to pull a Josh and ask why.
Gears 5?
Gears 5.
Because Gears 4 sold really well.
Gears sucks.
Here's the thing. I want to give them a chance with Gears 5 because Gears 4 was kind of thrown on them. The dev team that made it was supposed to be making that Shang Heist game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Microsoft bought the rights to Gears and were like, that game's on hold. Now you're doing Gears. And it was kind of very rushed. So I want to see what they can do with a couple years of actual dev time and a product vision.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Well, let me tell you, when we did the charity stream when we played all the Gears, that has soured me so hard on the Gears series.
Oh yeah, no, it is there. It is not a game series that you're supposed to binge over because that was rough. And imagine if we played Judgment.
Oh, fuck off.
Kogatsu said he's never played a Gears. He's not missing much.
No, I don't think so.
Actually, speaking of Kogatsu, he recently picked up that Sega Classics collection for PS4. Where it has like 30 Sega games, and he's been playing Shining Force 2.
Nice.
And I'm so proud of him. Good guy. He's also been playing a lot of that Castlevania Bloodstained game, Circle of the Moon.
Yep. It's good. It's very good.
Finally, one more thing to end it on. Besides the ubiquitous "Don't expect Elder Scrolls 6," is Microsoft is actually going to end their conference not with Halo, not with Gears, not with Forza, but the first live demo gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh.
So tune in to Microsoft. It's not an exclusive at all. It's going to have the marketing deal like Witcher, but tune in to Microsoft show on Sunday if you want to see the first gameplay of Cyberpunk.
Does that mean the game's ready?
It means the game will probably be coming out either this Christmas or next summer.
Oh, it means that they have a section that's ready to play.
Now, you want to know something really cool?
No.
Because I'm going to E3, right?
You fucking.
I have an appointment for a behind closed doors gameplay session of Cyberpunk 2077.
With an actual robot.
So, very excited about that.
I hope you get syphilis from that robot.
Can you?
I mean, worth it.
Robot. I'm getting
That's what
robot.
antibiotics are for, Doug.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay.
oh my god, anti-robotics.
So that's the stuff we know. So now let's talk about predictions.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I think we covered pretty much everything that I was going to mention.
I don't know. I really.
Do you guys, would it be easier to focus if we went from conference to conference?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, then we'll start in the order that they're airing. I've got the handy chart right here. So first up is EA. What do we expect from EA?
Ooh,
New
Anthem.
Madden.
I expect. Now, hear me out on this. A remastered version of Mass Effect.
See, we've all been wondering why they haven't done the easy thing of an HD Mass Effect trilogy.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Because they're going to do an Anthem thing. They're going to show Anthem, and they're going to be like, hey, guys, the whole job over.
This is my only real prediction,
Boom.
so I really want to throw it out here. My prediction is that they're going to show a lot more of Anthem, and it's going to be way more the rest of Andromeda than anyone has ever thought. It's just going to be the rest of Andromeda, and you're going to be able to tell, or at least I will.
Yeah.
I've already been able to tell this whole time. I've been watching a bunch of videos, and I'm just like, that's the home planet of the aliens you made. That, you know how you just get a house? That you get to walk like 20 feet in a circle, and there's this whole planet that you don't get to go to?
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, it had dinosaurs. Anyway, that's my main thing. I think Anthem's good. I might even get it, to be honest with you. I mean, like, whatever. You got me. But I'm going to be mad the whole time.
It's going to be
Because
angry.
they definitely took that team off and made them do the rest of the game.
Ooh, we're going to see a Madden.
Great prediction.
Oh, what about a
Also
FIFA?
a new NBA with LeBron James.
Yeah, we're going to see that stuff.
What about FIFA?
FIFA.
And FIFA. I predict 15 minutes on FIFA.
Yeah.
15
yeah.
minutes. FIFA, then
5 more minutes than you think it deserves is
I
always
would
right.
say 10.
You know what I'm excited about, even though I don't know what it's going to be, is every year EA shows at least one small digital title that they focused on. Like one year was that Unravel game. The other year was FE, and the next year was A Way Out, that co-op Prison Break game.
Yeah.
Like that one game that you don't expect from EA that they partner up with an indie team to publish. We're looking forward to that just because that's the one thing from them that you have no idea what's going to come.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything else is a known quantity. Like, we're going to get Anthem. You know what I would like is at least a tease. Like, one of their patented, here's some developers talking about the game with some concept footage, Chris,
Yeah.
of Dragon Age 4.
That would be
amazing, yeah.
That would be really nice.
You know what? I bet they went and they're looking at went to Skywalker Sound again, and they're ready for Battlefield 3.
Do you think we'll get Respawn's Star Wars games since they canceled the other ones? Or is it too soon?
No, I think it's too soon.
See, I think if they ever did a game where it was just devs talking and
Games
concept art, it'd be that one.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyone else got anything for EA?
Yeah.
I like the Mass Effect trilogy one a lot, though.
Yeah, Mass Effect trilogy. I think that could be the surprise.
There are 2 trilogies I desperately want to have hit. And that's Mass Effect and Metroid Prime.
Yes.
I want those 2 HD trilogies to hit.
Okay.
So moving on to Microsoft.
All right.
And I will say I expect, even though it hasn't been announced, but I fully expect Ori and the Will-O-Wisps to come have a gameplay demo finally.
Mm-hmm.
That, and obviously we're good at new Forza. But I'm excited to see what new indies are coming because Microsoft is the only company now that still dedicates a sizzle reel to indies at E3.
Yeah, it would be kind of
So
cool.
even if they're not going to be exclusive to Microsoft, it still always lets me know like what's on the way.
And also what the exclusive deals that Microsoft wind up landing, that is kind of like the big thing they've been holding on to. So
True. Oh, that's one. I think a lot of rumors started circulating yesterday that Playground Games, the people that make Forza Horizon, they hired a second team and they're supposed to be working on an RPG.
Okay.
And I guarantee you that it's announced at E3 to be the revival of Fable. Because Microsoft just announced yesterday that they were acquiring Playground Games to be a first-party studio. They're actually buying them out. It's no longer just working alongside of them really closely. They're buying them.
Remastered.
So I think we'll get the first look at the new Fable RPG. I think that's going to be one of the big shocks.
Okay.
Chris?
I think I think we'll see in the indie games at least the first art for Cuphead 2.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe some information on Stardew's multiplayer coming to Xbox One. And I guess as far as big games go, I mean, we'll see the first thing for Halo.
What big third-party games do you think will show up?
For Microsoft, I think we'll see something for Red Dead.
Nope.
Never mind.
Sony has the marketing rights to Red Dead.
Well, then no one's going to see it. I am not sure. Definitely Tomb Raider.
I think, maybe. But you have to remember, this year, for the first time in like 4 years, Square Enix has their own conference again, which they only do when they have a shit ton of stuff to announce.
Yeah, it's also true.
So I'm thinking of Division 2.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking we know Cyberpunk. Third party. This is a surprise because they usually work very closely with Sony, but WB Games is supposed to be debuting Rocksteady's new superhero game this year at E3, and the rumors I saw is that it's supposed to be debuting on Microsoft Stage.
Huh.
So
is it Superman or?
We don't know. A lot of leaks are coming out saying it's Superman, but people have been saying it's Superman since Batman Arkham City.
It's a Green Lantern game.
It won't be.
That's going to be quite. Green Lantern, at least from a gameplay perspective, is going to be so difficult.
It would be great, but I just don't think Green Lantern's not a property that they would devote millions of dollars of dev time into because it has nothing to tie into.
You can make an action RPG and have some fun with it.
No, I agree. I would love that. It's just not going to happen from a publisher.
Matt, I just realized maybe they'll allow full mod support for Minecraft.
What, Chris?
I said that maybe they'll allow full mod support for Minecraft.
Ooh.
Yeah, a Wonder Woman game.
I was saying, what's the only game Warner Brothers would actually order up right now? And it's Wonder Woman. It's their only property.
So,
not bad.
Anyone else got any Microsoft hot takes that we haven't spoiled with Gears 5, Gears of War Tactical, Halo Infinity, and Cyberpunk 2077? And I feel so bad for Microsoft because every year it feels like their entire roster has been leaked. Whereas Sony, we may know the 4 main games, but they also said there's going to be a VR reel, an indie showcase, and third-party showcases, and a couple of surprises, and 0 has leaked from them this year.
Yeah.
And we don't know anything about Nintendo, but Microsoft every year is like an open sieve of information.
And it hurts them, actually.
It does, because so many years, they would have had a huge impact if we didn't know ahead of it.
Do they have a closer relationship to Walmart?
Yeah.
The rest of
right?
Who knows? We might see some Borderlands exclusive stuff for Microsoft.
I would like that. I hope so. Anyway, moving on to the next conference of the show is Bethesda. Josh, what do you predict for Bethesda?
What could you possibly say?
What could I possibly say? Come on, guys.
Why? Preemptively.
No, I think we're going to see a lot of footage from the Fallout, but I kind of feel like this is kind of like a joke. I don't think this Fallout game's real. Like, I really don't think it's real. I think everyone's getting trolled. And I think they're going to come up and they're going to do Fallout, and it's going to, I know, and it's going to, they're going to open up like the vault, and it's going to be Elder Scrolls.
Okay, buddy.
No, this is the one where you go take it all the way from Fallout to Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there you go. Full arc.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what Bethesda's going to do. I really hope for an Elder Scrolls 6 something about it, but if it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen. It would be cool to see like the Unreal stuff, not Unreal, the Quake stuff.
Yeah, the new
Quake.
Quake.
Yeah, the new Quake stuff. So
Unreal.
Didn't they just release Quake Champions and then it kind of released to a wet fart?
Yes.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that they would be their take on Overwatch because Bethesda usually does really good work of supporting stuff like that, and then just nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And then, like, if there's another Doom or if there's another Wolfenstein type thing, or
Well, that's my thing is that
But-
I miss Quake not being like. It seems like they only do Quake tournament sequels.
yeah,
They've abandoned Quake as a game. That was just a game.
So
I don't know
it-
if you remember Quake.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they were pretty enjoyable as another Doom Wolfenstein style game. And then after Quake Tournament, it's just been the online thing over and over and over again. It's just Quake Tournament. And I'm kind of like, I feel like I'd get more excited if they did a Doom level remake of Quake, where you make it different from Doom. You know, and what Wolfenstein's been. Like, they're completely different, even though they're it's a similar type of game.
But it is Bethesda's thing, so we'll see what they're gonna pull out. I don't know. They're gonna show probably some of the Elder Scrolls Online stuff. I know. I feel like I'm broken with this because there's not gonna.
I know it's not Elder Scrolls 6, but how can you not be excited for a Fallout game you don't know anything about? Prey DLC on the way, but most importantly, Bethesda's first brand new IP in over a decade.
It's true. That is kind of exciting.
You don't know anything about Starfield. That should make you excited. This is their first. They've done post-apocalyptic, they've done fantasy, but they've never done sci-fi.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shut up,
This
Matt.
could be
Shut
the-
up.
If the
Shut
people who do Elder Scrolls do space, then it should be exactly what No Man's Sky was gonna be.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
that's-
what we thought No Man's Sky was.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Josh, of all people, I know you're heartbroken that it's not Elder Scrolls 6, but you have something brand new and entirely intriguing to look forward to. That's all I'm saying.
Starfield, my prediction will be it's literally Star Citizen, only you don't have to pay $5,000 to get a
I
ship.
mean, 27,000.
Well, I wouldn't go that high. I'd go to 5. Anyway, I'm just gonna get a small freighter, fly the black, the way I want to see it. Anyway, go on.
I think we're gonna get the first images of Doom 2.
I hope so.
I think we'll have gameplay of Rage 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Rage.
Yeah, we'll definitely get Rage 2 gameplay.
And I mean, after Doom 2 and Rage 2, I don't see what else they're gonna have except for the new game, Starbound, Star whatever, Starfield.
Oh, by the way, I want to make a correction earlier. Chris incorrectly stated EA would be showing off LeBron James. That is 2K 19, not NBA Live 19.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
But it's okay. It's a basketball game. I know there's the 2 basketball fans that watch this show.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Anyway,
I don't know.
so next up after Bethesda is Devolver Digital, which, if you remember last year, they had the greatest high concept. Their entire conference was directed by the people that did the Too Many Cooks short for Adult Swim.
Oh God!
Wait,
Have you never seen this?
How long is their conference though?
17 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it's just
And it's a parody of conferences. It's not a real conference. Last year was just a parody, like Too Many Cooks style. Went from haha to dark to what the fuck back to haha as a parody of E3 conferences and video game business practices as a whole. You need to look that up. It is going to be the greatest 15 minutes you spend.
they'll probably do something similar.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what games they'll show. Don't care. Devolver is probably one of the best indie publishers out there. I have yet to play a game of theirs that hasn't been good.
Let's say Hotline Miami 30.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Sure. Moving on. So those are all Sunday. Monday starts off at 7 a.m. with Square Enix.
I got some things.
I've got lots of predictions for this.
I've got some things.
You go first, buddy.
All right. Final Fantasy VII remastered remake. We're gonna see something.
We'll probably get new footage of it, even though the behind the scenes of that game has not been great. They just fired. They're working on it.
We're gonna see some more Final Fantasy 15 stuff.
Yes.
Dealing with DLC and so on. Tomb Raider. We're gonna see some of the Tomb Raider stuff.
Yep.
You might see some indie games that they've got hanging around.
I also think we'll see the next game from RPG Factory, the people that did Lost Sphere and I Am Setsuna.
Yeah.
They'll announce their new RPG.
Yeah.
But you know the big surprise I think they're going to show that no one's been talking about? What has the Deus Ex team been working on for the past 3 years?
This Marvel game, right?
The Marvel Avengers game. I think we're going to get our first look at that. Because that's the thing. You have to think big. Also, Kingdom Hearts 3 will have a huge blowout, and they'll end that with a launch date.
I think they're going to end the conference with a Final Fantasy 16.
No, I agree, but I'm saying they'll end their Kingdom Hearts coverage with a launch date. Right. But I think they will announce the next Final Fantasy. Yes.
Yeah, I think they're going to show Final Fantasy 16.
We're going to get.
Oh, we got some great DLC for 15, but hold on 1 second, and then Final Fantasy 16.
Now, do you think it's going to be Final Fantasy 16, or do you think they're going to do like 13? It's going to be Final Fantasy 15 too.
That's what I was about to say.
I think they're going to do 16, or they might do the thing that everyone else has done, and it's just going to be Final Fantasy.
God of War.
Yeah, like God of War. It's like
I think the big thing will be the first gameplay footage of Tomb Raider, our first look at Marvel Avengers, our first look at Kingdom Hearts, like first true look at Kingdom Hearts 3. We might get a tease, a CG trailer or something of 16. Whatever it is, we might get new gameplay footage of 7 Remake. Whatever it is, we know it's a chunk. You know what it also might be? A follow-up to Nier Automata. They might announce a new Nier because that game blew away all their expectations. It's just, but Square Enix, and this is their second press conference in the last decade, and I just think they wouldn't do it if they didn't have a lot of stuff to bring to the table. Oh, shit. Also, Chris, do you remember last year at Tokyo Game Show? Hold on, what was it? There was that one Metal Gear Solid style game that they announced.
Yes.
Oh, the front mission game.
Yeah, it was very front mission Metal Gear Solid-esque. I'm pulling it up now. I'm pre-orders. It is called, I'm on their website, Left Alive.
Yes.
Oh, of course. Holy shit. Also, Dragon Quest XI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that comes out in September. We'll probably get a release. No, we have a release date. They'll probably open up pre-orders for the collector's edition or something, because I've been waiting patiently for that.
So Matt, here's what I'm going to predict, and I'm going nuts.
Okay, go nuts, baby.
I'm going completely crazy, not based in any reality but my own.
Chrono Cross remake.
No. It's going to be either a Final Fantasy compilation for 1 through 6 for the Switch.
Oh God, I would want that so bad.
A Dragon Quest compilation 1 through 7 through the Switch, or Chrono Trigger for the Switch.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 thing would be gangbusters, especially if they upgraded just a little.
Oh man, yeah. And you know what? I'm still gonna always hold out hope for a Chrono Break. You know, if we can get Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 remake, then why can't we get a new Chrono?
Yeah.
You know what it is? You got to kickstart that, like Shenmue.
I'll do it.
I know. Well, of course you would.
You can pick a game and do just like, oh, Shining Force 12. Let's just Shenmue it.
I want a Shining Force. I want the rest of Shining Force 3 to come to America. goddammit.
Yeah. I don't know. We will see.
So that's Square. Moving on, because we're running out of time. Limited Run Games is having their own press conference. The people that make physical copies of indie games. So that's blowing my mind. Good for them. But I don't have any predictions. So let's move on to Ubisoft.
The first footage of Splinter Cell, the new one.
Yep. I'm thinking Splinter Cell. I'm thinking Division 2. I'm thinking we'll see their new reimagining of For Honor.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
What?
We're going to see Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes, we know that's there. They tweeted out a GIF of the main characters in this one. Remember that pirate game they announced last year, Skull and Crossbones?
Skull and Bones.
It's basically Assassin's Creed 4, but just the pirate stuff.
Yeah, that was overwritten in my brain by Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, but this
I only have enough interest for one pirate game in my life.
Yeah, but you didn't play Sea of Thieves, so.
No, I know, but it was the one I heard the most of.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Ubisoft's the one. Like, we'll definitely see Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm really hoping they'll do their Splinter Cell is most likely their end of the show. Like, one more thing. Like, they'll be like, we had a great show. Oh, one more thing. Lights go dark. The Sam Fisher goggles go.
Let's get all the previous games on a collection.
I would love them to announce Watch Dogs 3, even though they're not going to.
I would love that too.
I think Watch Dogs is dead, unfortunately.
Why do you think that?
Watch Dogs 2 underperformed because of the window they sold it at, and it never recovered really to their expectations. And I just don't. I mean, it ended up selling enough to be like not a loss of money, but not to the point where they'll greenlight another one.
That sucks.
It's a shame because 2 is excellent.
Yeah. 2 is phenomenal, and it is a shame, and it breaks my heart, but that's just what I'm predicting.
Okay.
Doug, any hot? Oh, do you think we'll get any new collaborations with Nintendo after the wild success of Rabbids?
Ooh, yeah, let's do Assassins, right?
Rabid Kingdom. The Mario and Rabbids game was the biggest delight and shock of last year.
Mario and Splinter Cell.
Actually, you could get Splinter Cell DLC for the Rabbids.
No.
What's the game? Wildlands Ghost Recon. We'll probably get some more DLC for that.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to get a really cringeworthy Just Dance segment where they play a song and people dance wildly on stage, because we might laugh at it, but Just Dance prints them money every fucking year. So
you know what?
It's never going away.
That would be the free space.
What?
I said if we had a bingo card, that would be the free space.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Just Dance?
Oh, yeah. All right. After that, the remaining big 2, Sony. This one's kind of easy because they announced the 4 things we're going to get there. Yeah. We're going to get the first gameplay of, they're calling them deep dives. So we're going to get the first gameplay of Death Stranding finally. The first gameplay of Sucker Punch's Ghosts of Tsushima. We're going to get the first gameplay of Last of Us 2. And we're going to get an extended gameplay look at Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then beyond that, it's third-party announcements and indie games and some more VR titles. So I really don't know what to predict for them because those 4 are the only first-party games at the show.
They're going to have something that's going to surprise everybody.
I mean, they told people to lower expectations this year, and I don't think that's code to secretly get them up. And they're like, guys, we told you what it's going to be.
Yeah, just lower it, guys. Whatever.
Guys, it's going to suck. Don't watch.
And people are going to be like, oh, but what about the end when they actually announce all of this? And we're like, we told you that wasn't fucking what we're doing. Calm down. They confirmed that there will be no PS5 talk or anything. So
that's really good. Actually.
It is. But a lot of people are like, oh, they're totally going to announce it.
No, I think they're going to have a few games at the end that are just going to mind fudge people. Like, it's just, I don't know what it's going to be. I feel like they have something.
I feel like that's just going to be actual, like, finding out what Death Stranding even remotely is.
So, speaking of Death Stranding, take this with a grain of salt because it came from 4chan.
Oh, God.
But today, a bunch of stuff leaked about what it could be.
Mm.
And you know what? It sounds insane, but also exactly what, like, it pulls things from Silent Hills.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Because this is his half of the work for Silent Hills.
Yeah. So, do you want me to tell you what it said?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, where is it? Dang it. I'm trying to pull it up. I've found articles where they discuss it, but the first thing was like, the leak was actually just like a list and it made it very easy to read. So why don't you keep talking about what you'd like to see at Sony while I find it?
Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, the Resident Evil 2 remake. Yeah.
The first gameplay footage of Red Dead.
Yeah, that would be there.
Yeah.
They did just announce yesterday that Sony will be getting exclusive timed content for it.
And probably what Red Dead Online would look like.
This also might be the time when either they do this weird thing where like Take-Two games come out and they show Borderlands 3. I don't know.
If they did Borderlands, it would be at Microsoft.
Whatever.
I would think maybe let's go crazy again.
Okay, go crazy, Chris.
The first footage, the first announcement of God of War 6, Persona 6, or let's say, I don't know. I'm looking at the list right now of games.
Now, here's the thing. Sega and Atlas said they have 2 unannounced games coming to E3.
Bless you.
Maybe a new Tales.
Oh, speaking of Tales, Bandai just trademarked Tales of Vesperia Anniversary.
Oh, cool.
So we might actually get that. All right, I found it. You ready? So
let's hear it.
Take this with a grain of salt. None of this means a goddamn thing because it came from 4chan.
Okay.
Tons of weapons, vehicles, gadgets, and gear from multiple eras, from clubs to single-shot muskets to energy swords. Because apparently it's all, the whole crux of the game deals with time travel and dimension hopping.
Uh-huh.
The baby that we see exists as a singular entity. It is not something that is instanced each time you boot up the game. The baby exists in everyone's game. And it is what's causing the time distortions and dimensions crossing over, which causes the multiplayer. At any time, if you cross dimensions or time travel, you could end up in someone else's game universe. Every time you turn on your PlayStation and load up Death Stranding, that's a separate multiverse. And you can cross over in other people's multiverses. So it's kind of like similar how Silent Hills, certain things didn't unlock until a certain number of people did something in the game. And speaking of, when the community reaches the end of the game, a global decision is made to kill the baby or let it live. If the community decides to kill the baby, multiplayer is deactivated indefinitely for Death Stranding. Which in any other game would sound insane and implausible. But for Kojima,
be like, this is horseshit.
Yeah, but it is Kojima, and it's just kind of like, all right, go with it.
Players in one game, their decisions can have butterfly effects in other people's realities. PvP can happen at any point if you and another player accidentally cross timelines. When you die, that timeline is closed forever. When your Norman Reedus dies, significant things that you've done travel with you as you reemerge from the ocean floor in a new timeline. However, as more people die and their corpses pollute the ocean will gradually decay and you'll see more sea life and whales and stuff wash up on shore. And that's where the dead sea life from the trailers come into play. The more people die globally, the worse the ecosystem is. And the final thing is that it has been internally delayed from 2019 to March 2020. And it will be a PS4 exclusive for no less than 1 full year, and then might go to PC, but no Xbox, no Switch.
Wow.
So again, 4chan, I have zero sources to state that any of that is real, but it sounds like something Kojima would do.
Yeah.
You know what? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't even care.
Yeah.
We'll find out Monday.
I really like the idea. The only reason I would even doubt it is because A, well, yeah, the source, but B, are we at that level right now?
I mean,
already? I mean, we
Kojima,
can probably
babe.
do it, but do we know how to do it? And then the only person I would say could figure it out is Kojima. That's why it's like I'm totally on the fence.
Yeah, I think Kojima's got
it's
this.
50-50.
Yeah, let's.
My favorite brain thought about that is if it's true and everyone decides to kill the baby, like lol, we killed the baby, then I'd be like, oh, we don't have multiplayer. This game sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it all depends on how robust the single player is. So
Yeah.
Yes. I don't
anyway,
know.
let's end up with the final showing, which is Nintendo.
Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid.
Before the end of the year.
Oh, I can tell you right now, not happening. All
All right.
signs point to Metroid Prime 4 being an early next year game.
All right, fuck me.
But that's why I have hope about a trilogy to hold people over to stop the gap.
Zelda stuff.
You think they'll continue making content for Breath of the Wild, or you think we'll get a new?
I think we're going to see a new Zelda. I think we're going to see a little snippet of a new Zelda.
Let me say that what I would like to see, which is a Link to the Past style remaster for the Switch.
Oh God, so bad in my veins.
Or they do something really cool where they do a complete remaster of the first Legend of Zelda.
That would be very nice. Like if they made like I'm big on compilations. Make a compilation of the Zeldas.
Really, you only need the first two for the for that one. I don't know. I wouldn't put all of them together. They don't go together.
Well, just the first 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Maybe the 64s too.
Maybe the announcement of the Virtual Console.
Or maybe we see the first Nintendo 64 Mini.
DLC for Odyssey.
Maybe. The thing is, it's really weird guessing what Nintendo's going to do DLC-wise.
If they do a 64 Mini, maybe they might actually redesign that controller.
Yeah, Nintendo's going to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
No less than 10 minutes will be spent on Pokemon.
Oh yeah, because there's a new Pokemon game.
2. Well, there's the Pokemon Go hybrid games, the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But those are been confirmed to be more casual focused. The first true, like, legit Pokemon Red, Pokemon Sun and Moon style game is coming out next year, 2019.
Do we know if late or early?
If I'm basing it off the history of Pokemon, where every single game has come out in the fall, I would say fall.
Okay. So is this Let's Go Pikachu just a remake of Red?
No, not at all. These are they take place in Kanto, so it takes place in the same world as Red and Blue, and it only has the first 151 Pokemon initially, but it syncs up to your Pokemon Go account, and it uses like the same motion style capturing thing. No online battling with other players like other Pokemon games. It's just designed to be easy, and you can play with another person. So it's designed for like families and stuff to be able to play alongside each other. So you have 2 trainers running around the map together, and there's no more random encounters. You can see the Pokemon on the field. So we'll see how it plays out. Like, it's just, I can see a lot of salty people that are expecting this to be the first true Pokemon game on console, and then being upset that it's not, but that one's coming. We know that.
Yeah.
And the big rumor that blew people's mind is the new Star Fox game.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Is a racing game.
F-Zero Star Fox.
Did that go over like the new Thundercats?
I love the new Thundercats.
I know, but you know what the reaction, right? Like
They've grown on me the more I look at them.
Whatever. I really think Metroid. I think we're going to see a lot of Metroid.
Yeah, let's say Super Metroid remake.
Man, don't tease me, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I do think we get? I think we get the 3DS Samus Returns gets an HD version. Like
Matt,
on the Switch.
Matt, if you shoot for the stars and you miss, you'll end up in the moon, and it's just as good.
It's the opposite. If you shoot for the moon, you'll end up in the stars.
I like my way better.
if you shoot for the moon, you'll suffocate and die in the vacuum of space.
That's the content I'm looking for from Doug.
Okay, here's the next question then. They're rapidly running out of Wii U games to port.
What?
What do you think will be ported? I think Wonderful 101 is the next obvious choice.
Mario Maker?
Right? How have they not done that yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we'll get the first gameplay of Bayonetta 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Anyway, that's all I got.
Well, we're gonna find out because like it's in like a couple of days.
I know. I leave.
Make sure you text us all the amazing stuff about the Cyberpunk game. If you don't, we hate you.
Let's say there's a new Souls coming out. Dark Souls 4.
Tell us about the Cyberpunk game. I have no son.
Yeah. Your bachelor party is going to be you getting piss-ass drunk, and then we just taking a Sharpie to you.
Actually, I was thinking his bachelor party would be us doing the Full Metal Jacket scene with soap. And socks.
God. Yes.
I need volunteers to hold him down. Hey, you two volunteered. All right.
There was no volunteering.
I don't know it.
Nope, you guys showed up on my screen. You're volunteers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
It's fine. It worked out really great for that guy.
That was a very productive podcast.
It was certainly a podcast.
It really was.
Was it though? Were we on video?
It was a great V-cast.
I leave Friday for Los Angeles. I'm excited.
Brag about it.
If you guys have here, like over the conferences, see any games that you want me to get my hands on, let me know, because every morning press gets 3 hours to themselves before they open the doors to the public.
Well, Matt, you know what game I want you to play.
Spider-Man. I'm on it.
He's got to be there before he can play the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, really. Actually, Spider-Man. Yeah, you definitely should get some good gameplay time with that new Spider-Man game.
Yes. That's the one I'm going to book it to first, unless something else like blows my mind, like they announced Dragon Ball FighterZ 2.
Or Elder Scrolls 6.
I would have known about that.
Matt.
Yes, dear.
Play, what's coming out? Play Siberia 3 for the Switch.
You're just making up stuff, right?
Nope, Siberia 3 is a real game.
No, you're just making sense.
Chris, look at my eyes.
Oh, my God.
What's up?
Chris, look right in my eyes.
I'm looking. Nice.
That's a great way to end this.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
I am Doug.
And we will see you. Actually, I will not be there next week because Wednesday is still, I'll be at E3. So
we're off next week.
We may not have a show next week. We'll see.
Why don't you guys do it without me? You're perfectly capable.
Hey, Matt, you know we didn't talk about?
What?
We Happy Few.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey, don't forget to take your joy, buddy.
Oh,
you know what we didn't actually talk about, though, is that amazing Spider-Man Into the Multiverse.
I thought we were going to talk about it at the beginning, and then we
and then we kind of got sidetracked. But anyway, we'll talk about it next time. It looks so good.
It looks real good.
Chris, watch that Tetris Effect trailer, bro.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week, baby. Bye, guys.
Bye.